So today we're going to talk about the juice, and that's a lot of fun talking about the juice, and that's, the last station we're gonna, well, no, hold on. So that's station one, just the unpacking everything. We'll go through the list of this, the washing, the actual juicing, and the putting it into glass jars so I can freeze it so it stays kind of fresh. So anyways, we'll go through this over here right now. 36 or 23 different, well, it's almost all vegetables. There's some lemons and limes. I don't put any kind of fruits in there anymore. I used to put fruits in there because I was like, well, let's make it taste a little better, but you really can't do that unless you pump it full of, what do you call it, fruit, and then it's like, well, you might as well get more vegetables in it, and it's going to taste awful. It's not going to taste good. It's a challenge. You can mask some of the awful flavor with the citrus, with the ginger we'll talk about. Well, let's go through the list. So we got some limes, we got some lemons, we got some mung sprouts, we got some calabaza zucchini or calabaza squash, yellow squash, zucchini, a baby bok choy, collard greens, celery, kale greens, the white carrot, the daikons, some turnips, red cabbage, some rhubarbs, whatever they are, beets, baby bok choy we mentioned, spinach, broccoli, ginger, turmeric, radish, Brussels sprouts, parsley, cilantro, spinach, yeah, we mentioned, and some carrots. So 23 different things. Generally, I don't have my pitcher on. The pitcher's right here. Ugh, it's gonna hit this. I generally put it, well, we'll talk about that later, shall we? But anyways, I'm gonna put these in water, and then we'll come back and talk about it later. So tip number one is you generally want to put like the mung beans, the small stuff that if you start to rinse it out, it's going to fly out. You want to put these in first and then put in the big stuff, the leafy stuff, so you can hold that as a sort of drain. So to drain the water, this stuff doesn't fall out. You'll want to put these stuff in there, okay? All right, so you put the bigger stuff on top, the collard greens, the broccoli, the kales, and in this way you can drain it out and all the small stuff won't fly out. If you want to drain it, I mean, well, no, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, so now that all the big stuff is on top, we can kind of relatively easily drain it a little easier. And see, nothing falls out. Not very much. Go. All right, so this is the Omega 8006. It's really the only juicer I've ever used, but based upon the reviews and everything, I thought it was great, and it has been. It's a slow masticating juicer, and what I heard about it was because it's slow, it's able to squeeze more vegetable juice out, and that's mostly what I was using then. It's the only thing I use now. The one thing, well, let's get into the warranty stuff. This thing broke. It used to be white. I sent it in. They gave this for like $10. The screen below, whatever that is over there, that broke the first year, but they replaced that totally for free. So I've been juicing, basically 12, 14 ounces worth a day. Well, not every day, but enough to get to there per day. Now once a month, basically. And so I've had it for 2-3 years now, so it's been pretty good. I don't think I'm going to bore you too much with the cutting. You're just going to have to figure out what's the fastest way to cut these things so that it fits in the chute over here. Some of this stuff, sometimes you can, obviously this is broccoli, you have to cut that and whatever, but the stalk you can probably just fit in. So I'm not going to bother with that because that's kind of annoying. Just want to make a quick little video, and I guess we'll fill that up as well. Fill up the glass jars. All right, so we got our first bowl or whatever this is called of mostly the broccoli and spinach and whatever. The one Achilles heel of this machine is this thing that you use to pour into the pitchers. It's really not drippy enough, or this spout here is really bad, so you have to like very quickly dump it, like so. So it actually helps if you have a deep pitcher. This is what, a gallon? Yeah, I think these are 2 1-gallon pitchers each. And you can dump the refuse out. Stick this back in. See, you can even do it with one hand. Well, this might be a two. No, this is a one-handed operation. Look at that. You can dump everything with one hand, even holding a camera. So there we go. All right, so I got about a little less than 2 gallons, but it's pretty close. And generally, I like to pour from one to the other so it mixes it evenly. All right, so let's do that now. Just kind of nice and frothy. Yeah. Look at that. That's just been sitting there. That's not... Wow, that's wild. All right, let's see here. So that looks sort of even. Maybe a few more, it evens out, but still is a little green on top on the one being poured. Let's see here. All right, so let's do this. I need 2 hands for this. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. It's about 12. Maybe we can get one more. I have a couple of caps there. And I guess these are 24 ounces. By the way, these are really the best. These HEB pickle jars. The Vlasic pickle jars break easily. Even the Ball, I think the Ball brand freezer, the ones they spell specifically for freezing, those don't actually work very well. They rust on the lids, they break a lot easier, so ironically enough, the cheap generic pickle jars are a lot better for this than anything else. So, yeah, just about, let's say about that much. And then we'll see if we can fill a little bit more into each, or we need to get another one or something. The small one I generally use to just drink from and put in the fridge. And I usually use half of each per day, you know. All right, let's see here. Maybe a little more here. So we filled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, we have 6 more, and there we go. You know what, let me push these over. Oh boy. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, this is probably the most I've juiced. I might make 1.5 gallons, but this is almost close to 2 full gallons. So well, we might have a couple more of these. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll probably have one for one more. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Number 12. Well, number 13 actually, but oh wow. What's the one with the least? Maybe this one? All right, perfect. So that is 12, 13, and this will last then 13 times 2, because again, these are 2 days, so half of this, half of these. So that's 26 days, so a little over an hour of juicing and, well, a little more cleanup there as well. Maybe 1.5 hours yields basically a month's worth of juice. And then you can cap these up and just put them in the fridge and take it out the day before and it'll thaw out. So that's basically it. Alright, so I will try this out. I'll drink half of this, but boy, these are really not that great. It's a... It's not terrible. It's a little better when it's cold, but you can definitely feel the citrus, the lemon and the lime in there. I didn't put that much ginger in there this time. Sometimes that's overpowering, but you know, it gets all these vegetables. I don't know how many pounds this is, but you know what? I'll put the receipt. Hold on. I'll probably scan the receipt in and show how much of it is there. But it's a lot. It's a lot.